Well, for years, old rural towns have shrunk as our nation's economy has shifted towards technology and away from life down on the farm. But that may be changing as we continue our conversation looking at the economics of rural life. And I want to really aim my first question to the bankers in this group. You know, probably few things are more capital intensive as big agriculture. What is the role, or from your perspective, what is the role banks play in not only the success of farms, but the success of our rural towns?
Well, I think, Rob, that the banks play a huge role in serving the small communities because they are a vital part of that community. They have an actual investment in the community. They're a part of that community, and they're, most of the bankers, loan officers live in that town. And so they have an active role in the town as well as serving the lender that they work for. And we've discussed here about the entry barriers for a young beginning farmer to get into farming. You know, the cost of land, the cost of equipment, it is extremely high. And as a lender with Farm Credit, we've worked with the Young Beginning Small Farmer program that we reduce interest rates for the first 5 years or work through the USDA Farm Service Agency to provide some lower down payments or lower interest rates to help assist with those farmers to keep them on the farm and keep them producing.
Monty, how about you?
Well, I agree with Curtis, and I'll just add that agriculture is the lifeline of all these small towns. When it comes down to it, ag is the major player that drives these small towns. You have the school and the grocery store, but agriculture puts all the money into that economy.
Yeah. And Rhonda, I'd like to get your perspective as someone that has visited the banks just starting out.
Sure. It is very challenging. Fortunately for a lot of young farmers, they do have families that have been in farming, and they're able to work with parents and grandparents to get started, and that's wonderful. But the young people that are trying to get in that don't necessarily have that and are trying to go and loan and borrow the money to buy a farm or buy equipment, it's very challenging. And even finding land available to buy is challenging right now. With our drought, a lot of us are looking at different ways to get grassland, and with the interest rates being so low, people that have CDs and have money they're looking at investing it into land because they can get better returns out of it. So instead of purchasing land, we're renting land, and that's kind of where we're at right now. But it's not insurmountable, but it is challenging.
When we return, is our nation's capital friend or foe to the farms and the communities that they support?